Hello! We're starting our journey to Florida. We had to run out to the cabin because Justin forgot his laptop charger. And so now we're heading down to Philly to have dinner with my sister and just sleep over there, and they're driving us in the morning.
Yep. Starting off on a little bit rocky foot, but it happens. Good morning. It's 4:15. We're just getting to the airport, and Allie's already nervous.
I'm okay. I'm not bad. Not as bad as I could be.
I guess we'll see here shortly. We just landed in Atlanta here. We're gonna walk around, try and find something to eat quick, and then get on our next plane to Miami here around 10:50. So the first flight went pretty well, so hopefully the second goes just as well, just as quick. What'd you get? Some pizza? There we go. Have a nice little snack before the next flight. Alright, we just got our rental truck. We're gonna get the phone hooked up and we're gonna get on our way here. Just finished up our lunch here at Shipwrecks in Key Largo. Time to do a little snack run. Get some supplies for the trip, right?
Yeah, it's really great.
Here we are, just getting to the room. First night. What's this place called?
King Sail Resort.
Gotcha.
Small, but useful. It's not like we're gonna be in it much.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
So it's warm.
It is warm in here. Yeah, not too bad.
It was a good price.
So it was a pretty good first day. Lots of traveling, lots of driving, but it wasn't too bad. So we eat dinner, kind of all settled in now, watching a little bit of TV, and then we're gonna head to bed. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. You got anything?
It was just nice to be in the sun and get that sunshine after being in the cold for so long. So,
Yeah.
nice change of pace.
Yeah. So we'll see what the rest of the week holds.
Good morning. It is our second day, and we aren't traveling as much today, which is nice. We got up for sunrise. It was beautiful. And so we came out to one of the bridges. I have no clue which bridge this is. I want to guess Long Bridge, but who knows. The plan for today is to go down to Key West and head all the way south as we can go, and we'll see how that is, and hopefully it's good.
There he goes.
We're in the middle of the bridge, and there's a tree growing out of the bridge, which I think is so cool. So they can administer medication, they can feed them, do weigh-ins, and they can also help with surgeries, but they just can't be the ones doing
performing it, if
Yeah.
that makes sense.
I'm so sorry.
My mic is not wanting to work. Starting off with green sea turtles. They can actually live about 80 to 100 years old. Loggerheads, like Gumbo here, they can actually live about 70 to 80 years. The thing about the gift, you can actually age your here. The rest are you want to feed them?
He has the camera in his hands. He doesn't want to touch anything.
Can you put both hands together? Awesome. Thanks, that would be a good run. Sound good? Yeah. Give it to her. Oh.
Just finished up our tour at the Sea Turtle Center here. Pretty neat. It was pretty informational. There was a lot of turtles, as you'll see in some of the other videos. Now we're gonna do what exactly?
Drive down to Key West, and it's like a historical fort, and then there's a beach and snorkeling and a lot of fun stuff. So that's an hour drive. It was nice. I got to feed the turtles, but it was just feeding them pellets. I thought it was going to be like giving them a piece of lettuce, and it was not, which made me a little sad. But
It was still pretty cool.
yeah, turtles were cute. Definitely worth coming and seeing and supporting.
So we just got in here to Key West. We're gonna go check out a fort, I guess. And then after we're done with that, we're gonna go and hit the beach. So it's a beautiful day out. We're at Key West here at the beach. We've been swimming for a little while already. It's a really nice day. Water's pretty warm. So we're gonna hang out for a little while yet. Maybe get something to eat, watch the sunset, and then head home. So we just changed, got into some dry clothes, got a couple drinks, and now we're going for a little bit of a walk before. I have some iron left. But we're going for a little walk before sunset, and then we're just gonna hang out here, and then well, I guess we're gonna get dinner somewhere, but we haven't quite figured that out yet.
Yeah, probably drive about halfway back and stop and get dinner, because it's an hour drive back to our hotel. So
We'll get something. Alright, we just watched the sunset here in Key West. It was pretty nice. Definitely not the nicest sunset I've ever seen, but it's pretty good. Now we're gonna head out and head to dinner. Where are we going?
it is called the Boondock Grill and Draft House. And it's big tiki bar, lots of different specialty drinks they do. Alright food. I don't know. Nothing sound like crazy good to me, but
Well, we'll find out. Alright, good morning. Dinner was good last night. We had a really nice meal. There was a nice band playing. They were pretty cool.
it was at the Boondocks, and the band that was playing was the Snacks and Five.
Yeah, it was pretty good. And then we came right home and kind of crashed. Literally just went right to bed. So had a little bit of a slower start this morning. Got up, got our stuff packed up. We're gonna head to the next hotel now. We're gonna get a quick bite to eat before we head out, but we'll be on our way shortly here. All right, Allie just went in to return the keys so we can do our checkout. We're gonna head to Isla Mirada, or Isla Mirada, however you actually pronounce it. We're gonna go check out Robbie's Marina. Apparently there's some big tarp in there that you can feed, so I think that'll be pretty cool. Alright, we just got here to Robbie's Marina. We're gonna walk around, see what there is to see, and maybe see some big tarpons. So it's a pretty cool looking place here.
Hey guys, please. Over here? Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Maybe. Look at the seagull.
Get out of here. Oh my god.
No. Ooh. You want to do it?
No, I don't know.
No. No.
I watch him get his
Notice
fingers
how
cut
I
off.
I know, that's a lot
I
to
asked the
break
guy,
up.
I said, is anybody out there feeding? He said, yeah. I said, okay, I'll watch that.
Oh my god.
They're freaking huge.
They're all
That
piling
is
up on
huge.
each other.
Damn.
See, I would lose it right away. Drop it.
And the bird's trying to get in on the action too over there.
Oh, yeah.
Justin, do you realize how close that bird is to you?
Yeah. Yeah. That's fun.
I want to do one. That's all I want.
Go ahead.
This one. I'm good.
Oh, you almost had it. You gotta be quicker than that.
Yeah, I figured that out.
here you can see a little bit of the quarry. You can see some of the fossilized coral in it. There you might be able to see some of that texture. There's a lot of it here, so we're gonna check it out. All right, we just got back from our little walk around this little state park here. We're gonna find a place to go get some lunch, and then we got a snorkeling trip planned. So we're both pretty excited about that. So hopefully that goes well. The weather's really nice out right now, so
Yeah, it feels like the perfect day, and tomorrow is going to be a little bit rainy, and then the temperature is going to drop for a few days, so I'm excited to go today and get the nice sun. So we're sitting here waiting for snorkeling. The captain is getting the boat ready right now, but there's a few people with us. It's a group of 9 of us so far, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day weather-wise, and we're really excited.
get ready to jump in. She's fitted. Got back from our reef snorkeling trip. It was a little breezy. Water conditions weren't super great. I mean, it was pretty clear, definitely compared to anything that we have back home. But it was a little cold. Like I said, breezy, so you'd get out of the water and you would feel pretty cold, or at least I did. It was pretty cool overall, though. Saw a lot of fish. Some decent looking corals, so it was pretty cool.
The water is really choppy, so not like horrible, but enough that it definitely took it out of you.
Yeah, it was 4 or 5 foot waves. I mean, it wasn't the easiest to swim in, you know, especially not when you're used to flat water, you know, not 4 or 5 foot rollers. It was still fun though, worth doing.
So we just checked into our hotel at Florida City, and now we're driving to the Coral Castles, which is just a little piece of property and sculptures and things. Something to walk around and do and see, and then we're gonna go get dinner and just kind of relax for the night, but that's about it.
So we just finished up that, what was it called?
Coral Castle.
And I had actually seen some videos on it before. A lot of conspiracy about the place. But it was pretty neat to see. Now we're getting dinner at the Red Crab Juicy Seafood.
Good reviews.
So hopefully it's good, because I'm hungry for sure. So we just got back from dinner. Red Crab Juicy Seafood was an interesting experience. It was very mixed messages, I guess. I don't know, it just was odd. There was red wine on the table with really nice glasses, but then it also gave like a Texas Roadhouse kind of vibe. It was strange, but good. It was really good. Really good food. A little expensive, but so was everything else down here. But it was really good. So now we got some Krispy Kreme donuts to eat for dessert. So we're gonna eat those up, get ready for bed, and relax a little bit.
Probably watch a little bit of TV and plan out our day for tomorrow and be better coordinated, because I feel like today we were not as organized as the day before, and it just felt like we were doing a lot of waiting, a lot of, oh, well, do we want to do this? Do we want to do that? Instead of having a plan.
Yeah. So tomorrow I think will be a little better than today, as long as the weather holds up, but we'll see.
Yeah, we're supposed to get a little bit of rain in the morning, but that's like morning enough that's not going to really affect us other than sunrise, hopefully. And probably walking for breakfast, but it's right downstairs, so it's not a big deal. So it is the morning of the Saturday that we're here, and we got up, we got breakfast at the hotel, which is free, and got ready, and now we're gonna head out to the Everglades, and it looks like there's a few different visiting offices as well as a bunch of hiking trails. So we're gonna follow a self-guided walking tour type thing that you kind of get out one place, walk around a little bit, do this one small trail, get back in your car, drive down to the next one, and it's kind of like their greatest hits type of thing, and then we'll end up at the flamingo place, so hopefully we'll see some flamingos or some cool wildlife. And then there's a few other options depending on how fast we get done that. There is an alligator farm, the Everglades Alligator Farm, and then there is the Everglades Outpost, and both of them seem to have a few different types of animals that we can look at. The alligator farm has an airboat ride that's like 20 minutes. Whether we do them today or another day, they're only like 10 minutes from our hotel, so it's nice and easy to get to them. So we just stopped at the first visiting center, and it was really nice, and so we bought, because this is my first national park, we bought the passport and the stamp book, so we got that all taken care of, and each visiting center has a different thing for the passport, and then there's one stamp for the whole park itself. So that's really cool, and right now we're coming up on the pay station, so we will take care of that.
Alright, so we're at Royal Palms here in the Everglades. We're going for a little walk on a nice trail. hopefully we see some different wildlife. So we're walking on this other trail here.
The Gumbo Limbo Trail.
Yeah. And it's very unique. It's got some tropical elements to it, tropical plants. But then there's some you know, typical foliage that we're more used to. But it is super thick in the understory. I mean, there's no cutting through that.
That looks like the poison tree. That is the poison tree. Do not touch that tree.
So we're starting our next little hike, walk, whatever you want to call it. We're on the Pinelands Trail here. I guess we're just gonna walk through a little bit different ecosystem here. Just looking around, there's just a lot of pine trees. So we'll give it a look.
Interesting different types of palms.
So we're here at the next walk we're gonna do, the Pahaoki Trail. Just a quick little loop.
There's a ramp up and a ramp down. Ooh, the elevation.
And a couple feet.
Oh,
So we did some little hikes, walks, really. And we drove down as far as we can through the Everglades. And we're at the Flamingo Visitor Center now. I just paid for some of the most expensive gas I've ever had in my life. It was $6.65 a gallon. So I only got 4 gallons, but we probably were gonna need it to get back. A little bit of an oversight issue, but it is what it is. So we got ourselves a quick little lunch. Nothing special, but just a little bit to get us by here until we get out and somewhere for dinner. So, you have any thoughts?
birds.
Birds over there. Yeah, hard to see.
Justin, of course, ran to the bathroom, but I'm sitting out here and in one of the bays. They have a marina here, so there's a lot of boats and things, water activities that they do out of there. You can kind of see a group of birds further out, and it's just nice. Nice little place to sit, and it's here at the Flamingo Center.
It's not a, you go up to a counter in order to give you a number and the food comes out. That's pretty decent.
Alright, so we're going for another short little walk on this trail. It's called the Guy Bradley Trail at the Flamingo Center. We learned that the guy that the building's actually named for was actually murdered, so that was pretty interesting. Now we're going to take a short walk on this trail, and it's going to take us to, I guess, a campground, and then there's some kind of environmental pond there that's got a trail around it, so we're going to take a walk around that as well.
He was murdered because of the plumage, so like it was a very big thing for people to like to steal the plumage from birds so that they could put them on hats in fashion. And so he was murdered for that, and then his widow ended up having to move away back to Key West, which I guess is where she was originally from, just because it was such high tensions here.
A little hard to see, but I think that's an osprey nest. So you can see we're at the observation deck of the eco pond now. The walk around, there wasn't really too much to see. You couldn't really see through, you know, all the brush along the pond. But here, obviously, you can see that they have an observation deck that breaks out. Haven't really seen any wildlife though.
So we just left the Everglades National Park and we're heading to the Everglades Alligator Farm. So it's looks like it's just a place where they raise alligators, but then there's an airboat ride as well as like educational shows. Then tomorrow I think the plan will be to go to the northern part of the Everglades and then Big Cypress Reserve. So we'll see a lot of cypress trees tomorrow probably. And maybe, depending on how long that is, it's coming down and doing the Everglades Outpost, which is just an animal sanctuary. So they have a lot of different types of animals, opposed to just like the place we're going today is mainly just alligators.
buddy.
So every gator in here is at least 20 years old. So that's when they're mature. 20 years old all the way up to like 85 years old.
Oh wow.
Alright, so we got some alligator bites here, and Allie's gonna try it.
Do I dip it in the ranch or do I try one without ranch? I would try one without ranch. That's hot. It literally tastes like chicken bites.
That's kind of what I figured.
Yeah. For all we know, they could be selling us chicken.
Get ready, guys, here she comes. 7.5 feet long, 180 pounds, 88% muscle, very little fat on an alligator. Now, one of the first things we like to talk about here, what do you do if the alligator decides to chase you? Run. Some of you are saying, Jeremy, I just don't run very fast anymore, so what in the world am I supposed to do? Well, if you got somebody standing next to you, simply trip that person and keep on going. Don't
Beautiful blue. Absolutely gorgeous.
So we just finished up the show here at the alligator farm, which was pretty cool. You know, there was a ton of alligators, lots of other cool things that you'll see. It was pretty cool. I thought it was a good experience, good way to spend the afternoon. The alligator bites were cool. Now we can both say that we've tried alligator. So what's the plan for the rest of the night now?
I'm not very sure. Maybe go find somewhere to go for a walk. Stop at the hotel maybe, just quick, and do whatever. Go for a walk, then get dinner. Maybe get some more snacks. We're not close to running out, but we're not like great. We can use some more trail mix, absolutely. We demolish our bag of trail mix. But the place we're going for dinner should have shops near it, so we can just run in and grab something. So.
All right, we went back to the room, relaxed for a little bit, hung out, showered and cleaned up. Now we're going to get dinner. We're going to a place called Sonny's Barbecue. There was a couple coupons at the hotel, so we figured we would give it a try. And I mean, it's barbecue. I can't imagine it's gonna be bad, so we'll give that a shot, and then that's pretty much it for the rest of the night. We'll go back, you know, kind of relax, and get ourselves organized for tomorrow. Alright, so we just got back from Sonny's barbecue. Like I had thought, it was barbecue. Really not too hard to mess up. Actually reminded me a lot of Mission Barbecue. They kind of had the same layout, same theme. It was pretty cool. But we're both really tired. I'm about ready to go to sleep now. I actually got a tickle in my throat starting, so hopefully that doesn't lead to more. But I guess we'll see in the morning. But regardless, we're gonna have a full day of activities tomorrow, so I'll just load up on the ibuprofen or Tylenol and, you know, tough it out. So
I currently have to chug my coffee because the lids don't fit from the breakfast. Justin didn't even have the patience to drink his and chucked his into the bushes.
yeah, well, that's what happens when you got piping hot coffee spilling on your hands. It doesn't, not the time to take your time. So, but I did go back in and I grabbed the cup and I saw I wasn't the first one to do it. So,
Well, people probably litter.
well, sounds like a them problem. But
At least you
anyway,
picked it up.
so we're like we just said, finished our little breakfast here. We're gonna get on the road again. We're going to the northern part of the Everglades, Big Cypress Reserve. I guess there's a couple different hikes. There's some short ones, some long ones. From what I can see, it looks a little bit more like the typical swamp that like you picture. But I guess we'll find out when we get there. Otherwise, that's the main thing on the agenda for today. Depending on how much time we have left, I guess we're gonna try to go down to Biscayne in the afternoon,
Or do that tomorrow morning before the museums, because there's 2 museums that I want to see. There was 3, but we already saw the one. But I don't think those are going to be all day things. I think those are going to be more so like, oh, walk around for like an hour, hour and a half. So like it would be good to do something in the morning and then drive up. But
so we'll see. We got great weather again today, so it should be a pretty good day. Alright, so we just got to Big Cypress National Preserve. Pretty decent drive. It wasn't anything crazy, too bad. So we're going to check out the visitor center and then do a little bit of walking, I guess. So it's a really nice day out, mid-60s. Sun's out, so nice day. Alright, we did our little recon at the visitor center. Kind of got a game plan for where we're going to stop today. First stop we're at here is H.P. Williams. I guess there's a little boardwalk here. It doesn't look like there's much, but let's check it out.
oh, honey, it's gonna fall. It's yours.
Alright, quick little stop here. You know, pretty much just get out, stretch your legs a little bit. Did a little bit of reading. That was pretty much it. So now we're gonna move on to the next stop here, which I guess is the next visitor center. So
Nathaniel P. Reed Visitor Center.
there you go, that one. Taking a quick stop on one of these roadside tourist traps on the never-ending search for snow globes.
I want it. We're gonna get it, even though we didn't take this airboat ride. It's the only snow globe I found so far. Oh, I look really good.
Alright, so we just went in that little roadside shop, got a couple things. She got a gator claw back scratcher
From my dad.
and a snow globe, even though we didn't go on their airboat ride.
It's the only snow globe I found so far. And I need at least one snow globe from this trip. Just one.
Well,
It's big.
we'll make it work. It'll be alright.
We'll lie. This is the one we went on, not the other one.
Yeah.
We've seen all of these so far.
Alright, so we just got to the next visitor center. Same deal. We're just gonna, see what there is to see here. Maybe there's a little walk or something to do. Just kind of read some of the information and then get a game plan for what we're gonna do for lunch and then the rest of the afternoon. Alright, so we got our stamp. We're gonna go for a little walk on the boardwalk here, read a bunch of the information, and then move on to our next place of interest. We're here at Big Cypress Bend Boardwalk. Got about a half-mile round trip walk to take. Should be pretty nice. Looks like there's actually some stuff to see versus some of those other ones that we've already done.
So we just got into Everglades City, and it's just a little town, and then we'll hit the Gulf Coast Visiting Center for the Everglades. And there it's just a little bit of information and a small walk. Then I think we're gonna grab some food from somewhere, possibly just sandwiches from a place, and drive down to the next spot. But this is kind of as far west as we're going, and then we're heading back and hitting a few places on the way back.
We just finished up driving through Everglades City. Really wasn't a whole ton there. The visitor center we stopped at was like a double wide trailer. The rest of it was under construction, so I guess they're working on building an actual center. So the couple of hikes that we were gonna do, they couldn't really access them. So really didn't do too much other than get the stamp and our passport.
And a manatee stamp.
Yeah.
I got a manatee stamp.
So now we're gonna grab some lunch at Subway quick, grab and go, and then we're gonna head to the next spot. I guess we're gonna probably sit and eat lunch and then do a little hike after that. So we're here at another roadside attraction, Skunk Ape headquarters. It looks like it's actually a campground and does some tours, I guess, too, but they have a bunch of different Bigfoots along the road. They have a really big panther over there. We're gonna check it out.
Where's that?
So they actually have some reptiles here. We're gonna check out.
That's an axolotl. That's a huge axolotl.
Yeah.
That is huge.
That's a puma.
Really?
Yeah, mud puppy.
Wow. Cool.
Oh, and this little guy right here.
Flower, whatever that is. That is so cool. Oh my god, there's so many. So we just left the Skunk Ape campgrounds, gift shop type thing. It was actually pretty cool. There was the second largest reticulated python that in captivity there in the world.
Goldie.
So, yeah.
Her name was Goldie.
She was huge. The guy was saying about how they feed her like 3 or 4 rabbits, I think a month, he said. Maybe it was a week. But
I think it was a month.
okay, a month. And it was kind of terrifying to see that that is absolutely possible. There's some cool other little reptiles and stuff that was nice. There was axolotls, I'm pretty sure, but the guy called them mud puppies. So I want to do a little more research because he said that they're native and that they just found them when they were just digging out one of the gator holes. So that's cool. He was huge. It was a huge axolotl. And I got another snow globe, so I'm happy. Yippee!
Alright, so we had our lunch. We're sitting here in a little rest area, a little hiking spot. We're gonna eat our lunch quick and then go for this little walk here. Can't imagine it's gonna take all that long, but
It's a mile, and it's totality.
yeah, so it'll be a nice little after lunch way to stretch our legs. So, and Allie has a correction to make.
You're rude. It's an understandable misconception. It was a mud puppy, which is very similar to axolotls. They're the same order though. They're not this they're not as closely related as you would think. Which is interesting. And now I want a mud puppy.
Well, they were still cool though. So
So mud puppies can get bigger. So mud puppies are like, it says they can be 17 inches is the biggest, versus axolotls are usually only a foot. So like that's like big, and he was thick.
yeah.
Like not just length, but he was round.
Alright, so we're at Herbie Storter roadside stop. There's a little bit of a boardwalk. I think it's a half-mile long. I'm gonna walk out and back and just see what there is to see.
we are on the scenic Loop Road Drive, and it's just kind of the road that goes down below the Highway 40, which is the main road on the northern part of the Everglades, as well as the Big Cypress National Preserve. And it's very, very scenic, I will tell you. So scenic. Justin's getting annoyed. We're driving 15 miles an hour.
Yeah, I don't know what the holdup is here.
I think people don't know how to drive and they're a little afraid of the potholes. But nothing PA people can't handle.
So Allie and I rented some bicycles. We're going for a bike ride. The lady at the stand that we rented them from, she was very adamant that we had to be back by 5 o'clock. It's about 3:30 now. She said that there's no way that we could make it out to the end. It's only 7.5 miles. So I don't understand how you couldn't make it out, but I guess we'll see. So we'll just give it a good shot. It's a pretty nice ride so far. I mean, the bikes aren't the greatest, but it is what it is. We just hit mile marker 4 of 7. We're making really good time. Allie's getting tired.
Hey! That's not nice.
I keep trying to give her motivation to keep going, but I think we'll get there with plenty of time to see the site, which I guess it's a lookout tower where we'll be able to see pretty far out, and then, you know, have enough time to actually make it back before 5. So smooth sailing from here, hopefully. So we're taking a quick water break. Make sure we're hydrated. I think we got
only
about
have 14 minutes.
All right, well,
She said to turn around.
okay, well, we have about 2 miles to go yet, so we should be able to get there. We have plenty of time,
We
so
did.
we'll make it
About
for
5
sure.
and 30 minutes.
So we gotta get on the bikes and go now, though. So we'll see you at the lookout tower. All right, we made it with a couple minutes to spare on our timeout. We are quite tired, legs are shaking,
My hands.
but we made it. So now we gotta hustle up, check out the view, and turn right back around and make it back before 5.
We got time. We're good.
That's where we just came from, that trail over there.
I'm not sure.
What a view.
You never know. It could be a possibility, so hopefully one.
We gotta go. Hello, ladies.
Just as quick as we got here, took a couple minutes, take in the view, take a couple pictures, take some videos, and now we're going right back for another 40-minute bike ride to be back by 5.
At least the wind's with us this time.
Yeah, we'll have a little bit of a tailwind pushing, so that should help. But it was worth it. I mean, the lady at the stand, she's like, "Oh, you guys won't make it." I'm like, yeah, you don't know who we are.
No, I
So-
seriously think she has seen multiple people do this before.
Well, yeah, I mean, average people aren't gonna make it.
No.
Average people, you know, made it a mile and be like, oh, I've had enough.
Well, like, and other people would have stopped to look at the animals, look at the scenery. We've already seen everything.
Yeah, I'd
Like,
probably do a hike or two. But anyway, so we're gonna make it back on time, not have to pay an extra $40 in late fees, and then we'll be going back to the hotel, I guess, unless there's anything else to do, but I guess we'll figure that out.
I'm shaking.
All right, so we made it back on time.
And we got ice cream.
Yeah, we had a couple minutes extra, but we made it back. That's all that matters. And the ice cream was good. Definitely helped to cool me down. I know Allie was sweating pretty bad. I'll spare you the image though.
Of what?
But it was good. It was a good trip. Now we're going for a little walk. There's a couple trails close to where the actual center is that we're gonna check out quick before sunset here. Then we got about an hour drive back to the hotel, and we're still trying to figure out what we want to do for dinner.
I think we're both gonna shower before dinner.
Yeah, that too. But before we do that, or let me rephrase, we're definitely gonna have a big dinner tonight for sure. So looking forward to that. All right, we got showered up, cleaned up, got into some half decent clothes. We're gonna go and get dinner now. I guess we're gonna go to Texas Roadhouse. I know that's super foreign, but it's what we want. So, again, similar to last night, you can't really mess up at Texas Roadhouse, so I'm just looking forward to the biggest steak I can possibly get because I'm starving after riding 15 miles on a bike. So yeah, it's gonna be good. All right, good morning. We're having a little bit of breakfast, a little bit of coffee. Last night was good. Like I said, we went to Texas Roadhouse. Dinner was really good. Came back and similar to many other nights that we've had here, just kind of laid down and just went right to sleep. You know, there really was no energy to do anything else. So we're up, getting some breakfast now. We got everything packed up. We're gonna be going to the next hotel now. But this morning, what are we doing?
Kayaking in Biscayne, and then driving up to the Tarrant Estate.
So lots to do today. Today's our last full day here, so we're gonna make the most of it. All right, we just got in our tandem kayak here, doing an hour and a half little tour around this little cove here, a couple islands, check out some mangroves, hopefully see some wildlife. Allie's gonna paddle me around.
You're the motor, not me.
I'm gonna just sit in the back here in luxury.
Then you can't put sleep in. That's what you do. I'm getting there. I'm not that worried. We're going nice and slow. You know what?
Probably can't see it on the camera, but up there is Miami. The naked eye, you can see the skyline. It's about 18 miles away. So we finished up at Biscayne. Pretty nice place. To see the rest of it, you definitely have to get on a boat or do something out in the water. So definitely missed out on some, but it is what it is. Now we're at a place called the Deering Estate. So we're gonna walk around here a little bit and see what there is to see. This is Pine Rocklands, and I guess it only occurs here in South Florida.
Imagine coming home today. So we just left the Deering Estate. It was home of Charles Deering, who was one of the creators of the International Harvester Corporation and the bailing mechanism that like ties the rope and everything. So that was really cool. He had a very large collection of art. That he was very into art and everything like that. And it was just a very beautiful estate. We got to see some manatees. Like there was a lot of manatees.
We couldn't record inside. They said that explicitly that we shouldn't record inside, so it was cool. I mean, the architecture and the design, the interior design was pretty neat to see. Again, that's why you won't see any video of it though, is they explicitly said, do not record inside the houses. So, sorry, go ahead.
But we got to see manatees, and we've seen manatees a handful of times now, but this was probably the best one. There was a pretty big pod there, just kind of dredging through the mud in the docking area, just trying to find stuff, and so it was fun to sit there and watch them for a little bit. They were all over each other. They were kind of rolling around on each other a little bit, and then we did a little bit walking. And now we're just heading to the Pinecrest Gardens, which I don't think is too big, but it's just a nice place to go walk around, I think, just because it is only 3:30, so it's a little bit early for us to kind of head back to the hotel yet, but we do have to check into a new hotel today, so I just don't want to be too late doing that, but you know, we still have some time.
Alright, so we just got to this garden. Looks like a pretty neat place. Looks a lot bigger than I thought it was gonna, so we'll check it out.
with the goats. They sound so funny. Oh my god.
All right, that garden was pretty cool. Spent a lot of time walking around there. The camera actually died. It was towards the end though, so I didn't miss too much. But then we went back, got checked into the hotel. Now we're we rested for a little bit, and then we came to dinner. What's the name of this place?
Miller's Ale House.
There you go. Apparently they've got some good burgers, so we'll see. Good morning. Last day of the trip, so we're packing up here. Dinner last night was pretty good. There was some pretty good burgers, some other good things. But we're packing up here today. The game plan for today is about a half day of items to do. We're going to another garden, sanctuary kind of deal. It should be pretty good. I hope it's as good as the one we were at yesterday, because yesterday was pretty cool. So that'll take us to about lunchtime. Then after that, we do have to return the car by 2 o'clock at the latest. So we gotta fuel it up, wash it, clean everything out. And then our flight leaves, I think, at 4:50. So we'll have to be there with enough time in advance. So that's it. That's pretty much today, and it's gonna be a wrap on the trip here shortly.
left the Fairchild Gardens. It was really, really pretty. It was nice to see. They had a beautiful butterfly exhibit that had all these different types of exotic butterflies. That was really cool. They also had like an orchid restoration project, so there was orchids literally everywhere, which was gorgeous. But it was just really cool and a nice place to go walk around and get some time outside before we're back in a plane for all day, because I don't think either of us are very excited about being in the plane for a long time. But now we're just heading to get the car cleaned up, just quick wash cycle and vacuum it out as much as we can, just so we're not returning it dirty, and then we'll fill up the tank and return the car and start our journey through the airport and all that fun stuff.
Alright, we just got back home. It's 1:45. It's pretty late. We're both really tired from driving and flying all that time. Overall, really great trip. You know, lots of cool things we saw. It was a lot of activities. We said on the ride home, I almost feel that we need a vacation from the vacation now. You know, like a day or two to actually do nothing. You know, no traveling, no planning anything, no sightseeing. But it's back to work for me tomorrow. So overall, it was pretty good. So hopefully, you know, whatever I compile here, this video looks pretty good. I know there's going to be a lot of different things in the video, and you know, hopefully looking back on it, it'll at least bring back most of the memories of the trip. You know, that way, you know, a couple years from now, if we were to forget some details or whatnot. Either way, I'm looking forward to the next trip and continuing to do this kind of stuff.